just light every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. My ego don't come. My people make we shout down. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die the political. My ego don't come. This one not they off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Mayegun don't. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀.
Hello there.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary.
Let me quickly say this. In my own effort to stop that delayed audio, I have decided to use the Mac tonight. That same Mac that usually just freeze and all that. And I am kind of want to be positive that it's not going to freeze. But if at any reason I just kind of stay frozen or something, I will fix it within 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Share the broadcast.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you very much. Share this broadcast. Read the caption. Like the broadcast if you haven't already. And then sit back and relax. Enjoy this if you have done all of that. But if you haven't, please do so.
Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé.
Buhari and APC, they looted Nigeria, mismanaged Nigeria, and then bankrupted Nigeria. And tonight, it could be a little chance of having or taking a glimpse into what is still to come. I have that tonight. Abuja residents, you now have Wike as your FCT minister, and he's already issuing you threats. You heard about that tonight. Thank you. Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun, and this is live. I have come with loads of gists, information, and conversation. Some will call it expose. But tonight, thank you for joining me. I think it was about 2-3 days ago. No, it was about 4 days ago when the news broke that Nigeria's foreign reserve was used as a collateral for 13.7 billion US dollars approved by Buhari. Central Bank of Nigeria received the cash, and the National Assembly or the rest of Nigeria have no idea. When they handed over power to Buhari in 2015, the balance in the Nigeria Foreign Reserve at the time was put at $33.2 billion. At a point, the same Nigeria reported that the foreign reserve of Nigeria has gotten to over 42 billion US dollars. That was supposed to be good news. And to some of you who are watching me right now, if you don't understand what this simply means to Nigeria and Nigeria economy or the financial health of Nigeria, I'll tell you. The foreign reserve was supposed to be something you can say our own savings that can say, oh, credit rating. If you have to go out there for borrowing, something that Nigeria does very well, especially under Buhari. But do you know that as at this moment, whatever is the balance right now in the foreign reserve of Nigeria, Nigeria only have access. We only have access to $3.7 billion. The entire Nigeria back to 1998, when the military handed over power to the civilian Obasanjo. The balance in whatever was declared as foreign reserve of Nigeria was less than 5 billion. Obasanjo left 44 billion. Jonathan left 33. Buhari left 3.7 for Tinubu. So number one, this is kind of alarming and shocking. Should be. Apart from the one you heard last week, this one is like to tell you that this guy didn't only destroy Nigeria. They took everything that they could get, including the foreign reserve of Nigeria. And nobody can say, I didn't even know that they also did a deal, currency swap deal, that they used the same foreign reserve of Nigeria as collateral. Everyone is in soup, including those of you who are just doing and minding your business, just trying to survive on your own, your businesses, your jobs. By the time this rain, by the time it falls, it will pour. And Buhari is still somewhere right now. And the rest of the rogues who are behind this are possibly just enjoying their loot right now. They emptied Nigeria treasury in and outside Nigeria. That's what they did. They stole every avenue that Nigeria earned resources or revenue from. They loot all of that. And today, Nigeria is as pangolo, as empty as pangolo. And guess what? Another set of rogues have been kind of inaugurated because there are already ongoing, never stopping, okay? Ongoing looting already. You've heard about them, but what are the consequences of all of this when the rain starts pouring on everyone, including you watching me right now? A lot of people will cry, and they will probably not even understand why or how. Where you have APC, Egbekebe, the lying criminals, still very much in charge. So that's an alarming. That's what JP Morgan said in their report, which I kind of screenshotted earlier, right? They said, see this part. In arriving at the estimate, JP Morgan made a few assumptions, which include how the Nigerian foreign reserve got depleted by using it as a collateral that Nigerians are not aware of. Did they declare this inside the handover note they gave to Tinubu? Is Tinubu sitting down on the scandal, the haste of the decade or of the century, the one that has already paved the road towards everlasting poverty? Multi-dimensional poverty was what Nigerians suffered under Bukwari. This is going to be like generational everlasting poverty. Okay? But they're sitting on something that Nigerians are probably yet to even take serious. Something where from the fringes of their own affairs there, 21.3 billion US dollars was used for currency swap. With who? For what? And where is that currency swap right now? Sure you get. Questions though. 5.5 billion cash for lending, security lending, where they were like, oh yeah, can you give us $1 billion? Can you give us 1.5 billion? They were taking all of this money, and Nigerians didn't know anything about that. About them. Then Forex forward, that one is like direct dollars. They gave to them another cash, 6.84 billion US dollars. All of these are not declared. Now, if you take them out of a Nigerian foreign reserve, the balance inside that place right now, Baba, I don't know if he buy you for, what do you call it? 1 week supply of Tinubu's rice that was to give everyone this 1 week supply. 3.7 billion naira is Nigeria's foreign reserve. Otiton, Otilo, it is empty. Whatever you think Tinubu wanted to do, when they finish lying to you, okay, they will finally come out and say, Omo, there is nothing left. But that time, it will be too late. Yes, it will be kind of too late. They are going to launch probe. This is massive, in case if you don't know. And the only people that could help them sit on it is no other person than Tinubu and gang. The man with different baggage and baggages. No be so? So that you currently have $3 billion to use in putting a shock into the truck that has lost its brake and is already on the hill, descending. So what they have used that $3 billion to do, to kind of manage to delay the price of your petrol from getting to 1,500 naira per liter. The, what do you call it, naira to dollar exchange, what they are currently using to shock it, to stop it from getting to 1,500 naira to $1, is because they found $3 billion cash they will get somewhere so that they can swap that with crude oil. Abi? Now, when the $3 billion is done, where are they going to turn to again? Nobody say the shock. Once the trailer jumped the shock, do you know what that means? Disaster. Just kind of picture that in your head if you are a business, if you're actually a businessman or woman. Imagine what this means, right? It is going to be the most calamitous of them all. So what are they going to do? To go and speak to the lenders, JP Morgans, Morgan Chase, to go and speak to Goldman Sachs and some of all these lenders in America and say, listen, we believe that you have been reading the news that Bukwari destroyed Nigeria and all this deal. We can't find all the money. Nearly $30 billion wiped off Nigeria foreign reserve. No account, no nothing. $30 billion. That's what they have done. $30 billion. Just like that. So Nigeria would have to go to them and beg and say, let us make arrangements on repayment and all of that. So you can leave our foreign reserve at least over 30 billion. We know there is it's just a collateral. We know nobody else get the money, but let's rearrange. So what that also means is that every loan that Nigeria go out there to collect, because there's no money, okay? Everywhere they go to borrow money, knowing that Nigeria is already in negative, bankrupt, so they would have to kind of put something that is going to save their own security, they call it, that will save their own money that they want to borrow them, which means higher interest rates. That is what Bokwari did to Nigeria and Nigerians. The poverty you are seeing right now, the multi-dimensional poverty of this APC, there is no way out of it if they cannot come clean and be honest. And right now, Tinubu inaugurated his own set of thieves. Tinubu and his own 46 thieves. They want to continue where Bokwari stopped. And according to Tinubu himself, when he was inaugurating them today, I think you should listen to this. Sorry that a lot of you are always kind of pissed off and all that, right? But I want you to, because I've got many clips like that for this conversation tonight. Here is Kolu telling his ministers they should work, they should this, they should that. With what? With dishonesty, lies, back and forth, and then socialism, handout, give them food, give them money. That is the government working. With what exactly? When Bokwari and his gang are currently sleeping fine in their homes, right? Kolu.
Our Progressive Party, our party, Dr. Ganduje, Chairman, Governors Forum, other governors here present, Secretary to the Federal Government, Chief of Staff, Honorable Ministers, and the traditional rulers, service chiefs, senior government officials, members of our extended families, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all of you for being here today. In line with the constitutional obligations, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has screened and confirmed 45 ministers who will superintend over the Ministry of Federal Government in this administration of renewed hope. The men and women who have been sworn in have been carefully selected by me for their track record of excellence and achievement in public and private sector. They reflected the diversity of Nigeria and bring to their new roles an assortment of experience and expertise to help guide the nation's affairs and also continue to rebuild the nation and re-engineer all our finances and defects. Building blocks of Nigeria today and the future. Fellow Nigerians, the challenges we face today are very daunting. Yes, they are. Yet, amidst these evident challenges, we have the opportunity to implement long overdue reform that will improve the operations of government, transform our nation's economy, and ensure peace, safety, and prosperity for our people. These are the objectives that underpin the renewed hope agenda. And these are the objectives that have inspired the selection of a lot of these distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are ministers by now. Minister of Federal Republic you are, not minister of a region or minister of a particular state. Since my inauguration on May 29, I have taken steps to begin implementing the agenda upon which I campaigned and for which I received the mandate of Nigerian people. With the inauguration of ministers today, we are about to accelerate our governing efforts to move forward, realizing our best aspiration for Nigeria. It's all about a great team, and I believe we have them here. It is high honor to be chosen to serve as the minister in the Federal Executive Council of our beloved republic.
Man, still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. If you dey do government work, you no carry am for head, you. Maka one day, I got bokwa gike na ma own. In another government, you. Iri wayo, one day more. Ebukwa ya nishi, one day, I got bokwa na ma. Ewo, EFCC chairman, no dey for jail. Politician wey man still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail.
Politician wey the probe still don't enter the power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don't enter the power. That's the scenario. And to all of you who have muted your screen, please unmute now. Let's talk. There are other clips, okay? You are still going to see where the Wike in his element. He is back. I mean, yeah, he's the FCT minister. He is back. And this is his day one. Okay? But we'll get to that part at some point. So that was Kalu talking about a renewed hope. Renewed shegeni. A lot of you have no idea yet. You will. You would have the idea at the end of the day. You know when they say shege, how did we say that word that time? Shege continua. Banza azata abi. Anyway. So that was Kalu talking about renewed hope. Renewed shege. Even though earlier today, because this is me now, kind of feeling like we should go to that Abuja. But before going to Abuja, I feel like we should stop by in Kano first. Because I don't know how many of you who have been hearing kumu, that the deal between Kwakwansop and Tinubu seems to have fallen through, which means it didn't work. And somehow, they are suspecting that the tribunal in Kano, they are not suspecting. The tribunal judge, the head of the tribunal in Kano, said she was offered $10 million. $10 million. $10 million to rule in the favor of APC, Gandola. And you know that Gandola and dollar wouldn't be a problem anyway. So the woman rejected the money. And then she spoke to the press and said, listen, they offered me this money to compromise the judgment of the tribunal on the Kano case. So when the people of Kano heard that, it be like say that deal don't pafuka. I mean, did some of you read the rumor earlier today that Peter Obi, Atiku, Kwakwansop, that the three of them, that they are working to merge together so that they can form a new party since PDP is almost dead now? Like, did you hear that rumor today? Well, it's rumor, it's not true, okay? But I mean, there are things that could make people say all those, right? So the Kano people now said, Omo, we will burn down this city if the tribunal should declare Gandola's candidate as the elected governor and remove the Kwakwansop's candidate that is there right now, NNPP. So the police heard the hint that the people wanted to stage a protest and warn the tribunal and the rest of them, just like all of you are doing the all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. So in Kano State, they are doing all eyes on judiciary too. But for Kwakwanso Ogawa, which seems to not be in any, no appointment, no nothing. His name didn't even pop up anywhere. So they felt like just same thing they did to, what do you call it? Rastafarian El Rufaya of Kaduna, in case some of you have not noticed. After all of that disgraceful rejection of El Rufaya as a minister, he has now become a reggae artist. If he flew down to Beirut, he has been staying in Beirut for the past 1 week now. And from Beirut, he's back on social media, okay? And he's now a Rastafarian, El Rufaya, or I don't know, just match the whole thing together, Sha. If you want to know about Bob Marley, reggae music, and all of them, word for word, all those lyrics, go on to El Rufaya's Twitter page and Facebook page. It's there right now, going lyrical. His mates are being sworn in. The fellow thieves, the criminals and rogues, they are being sworn in Nigeria. El Rufaya is now talking about betrayal. Let me tell you one gist that I heard before I continue, okay? They said that, after they rejected El Rufaya as minister, he became so angry, very angry. At a point, they had to kind of take, with the Wike and others, they took him to Tinubu that, Ashiwaju, what could have gone wrong? Some of us are worse than this guy, in this whole politics things, that is there any offense? Like, if you want him to be passed, he will be passed. Why did Ribadu raise the red flag on him? So they took him to Tinubu. I think at that point, whether they saw Tinubu, I don't know. Maybe Nagbajabia Mole they met. But when they came out of that asshole rock, El Rufaya dropped another bomb. He said, well, I never begged to be his minister. It was the one who begged me to come and be his minister. So now I will never be anybody's, what do you call it? God's son. I don't have any godfather. Then immediately he left. He now said he's no longer interested in being a minister anymore, but he can nominate somebody. So he now nominated somebody. Here you get. He nominated someone. When the name got to Abuja, So they said, like I said, though, just take it like it's a rumor. But you know, when they deny, not true. Sure you get. If they don't deny, not true as well. Sure you get what I mean? So they said the guy, this 2G, he rigged the election for. You know they lost Kaduna? They lost Kaduna in 2023 elections. But when it came to the governorship, the rigging no be here. So that Sonny guy that is now governor there is the one they are now kind of saying went behind and told them to just remove the name, just. That is like somebody would say betrayed him. That Sonny guy. So now, let's say experience will not kill you. Sometimes it could turn you to philosopher. But in the El Rufaya's case, this experience of betrayal, you know, he's a serial betrayer himself. But to him, he's been betrayed. But to this El Rufaya, this betrayer that does not, that did not kill him, is turning him to a reggae artist. Now, Alicia Key, music, he kind of tweeted today. Yesterday was reggae. Today, now, Alicia Keys. Back to Kano. I know. I do that all the time. I will just kind of digress a bit. I know. So let's go back to Kano, where the people were like, Teba try, yeah. Teba try, you cut us. If you try them, all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on everybody. Police now heard. Police came out and said, no. Protest is haram. It's not allowed in this place. It's illegal to protest. No, police, it's illegal to tell people not to protest. It is legal to protest. It is illegal for you to tell them not to protest. Oga police, but we all know the drill. Anyways, Nigeria is a lawless place. Their criminals are actually in charge, unfortunately. So the police came out and decided to warn them. Emma Jadeo, don't try and come out, you know.
Across Kano State. In consideration of the confirmatory intelligence products at the disposal of this police command, all forms of street protests are hereby banned across all parts of the state. Members of the public should therefore note that it has come to our knowledge that both APC and the NMPP members are currently mobilizing a rented crowd in the guise of civil society coalition, and without clearance from the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress and without prior approval from the security agencies in the state. Those organizers, as well as the umbrella body, should note that any attempt to disrespect NLC and security agencies in the state by playing around the fragile security situation which the combined security agencies have been managing is not only uncivil but criminal and also an offense against national security. Checks have so far been conducted by this police command, and it is revealing that some members of both the two political parties who are influencing the members of the civil society to embark on this decision is merely as a result of their apprehension and to preempt the judgment of the election tribunal. Finally, this police command is ever grateful with the enormous support and cooperation it has been enjoying from the good people of the state for the peace, security, stability, and the overall interest of all residents. Thank you very much. This announcement is from me, the Commissioner of Police, Kano State Police Command.
You see, that was the police telling them, Emma, don't try also, and all that, blah, 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 blah. He said, national security, this one and that. APC, MPP don't come out, too. And Canon a very big hot bed with so many hot heads. Are you with me? Like really, really hot heads when it comes to this politics. So they defied the police. They're like, Banser to you too will come out, go do anything. Because if you change the result at the tribunal, voila, go deal. On the streets, look at them. That's in Edo. Let's quickly take that back. Yeah. And here.
No to corruption. No corruption. No to injustice. No injustice. No to injustice. No injustice. No to manipulation. No to corruption. No to corruption. No corruption. No to injustice. No injustice. No to injustice. No injustice. No to manipulation. No to corruption. No to corruption.
No to corruption. To corruption, no to injustice, no to injustice, no to manipulation of everything you say. We agree, kind of. So just so you know that on the side, though, if you hear Bas Bos in Kano, this one that all of you are doing, tribunal, all eyes on tribunal, all eyes on tribunal. Those ones in Kano, if you hear Bagbo, if he be there, the whole wahala go start from. So the tribunal has now kind of adjourned the judgment day. You know, I know a lot of you are so crazy about the judiciary right now. Like so crazy. The APC, Egbekegbe, they are worried that your activities are intimidating the judges. So that the judges will be scared. To tell you that you don't have a case or Tinubu won. So you want to force them to say Tinubu didn't win. So the judiciary is now in the middle. Can't be like everywhere where they turn serve. In their dream serve, they go to see and say, all eyes on judiciary. But I'll tell you something. I had a dream. I barely have dream about what I do, my program and things I do here, okay? But I had a dream yesterday and I kind of saw it. I remember it happened so fast. And I still remember it so vividly. Thank God I remember now. I want to share that with you, right? And it has to do with this Niger Republic looming war. Shebi, I told you yesterday that we were waiting for the ECOWAS, what they were going to say in response to the 3 years proposal by the junta in Niger, that we believe that they will obviously reject it. Okay. So I went to bed. And in that my dream, I don't know, I just felt like I was watching a TV, kind of watching Tinubu, kind of giving a speech. So I turned it on and I was like, okay, I turned it up. I was like, okay, what's that? And it was talking about the invasion of Niger Republic, as well as how the Senate of Nigeria, they are so blind and they are so cowardish. I mean, they are like cowards, all right? And they are those who don't want Nigeria to take his place as the giant of Africa. It was talking like something like that. Then it was like the camera was kind of covering him from the side like this. Okay. So then he turned. So when he turned, it looked like that Bashorunga. For those of you who are from Yoruba land, you know Bashorunga. With that tribal mark, that Bashorunga mark. It was Kolu, sure you get, but with Bashorunga mark, with, you know, that is big guy boss. It was like he now rolled them higher. That is like, I will attack Ninja. And I will attack everyone that's tried to stop me. Something like that. And that was like, what's that? Why? Is that Kolu with tribal mark? Now my eyes, they pain me, kind of, right? I think that was what got me interested. Like, he said it specifically, like, the National Assembly, some Nigerians and the rest of them, they have said a lot of things. It's because they don't understand. And he was reading and reading, then he turned around like, I will attack Niger. And I was like, oh, okay. Go ahead. Attack Niger, Jari Baba. And anybody will tell you, you know, attack Niger, I don't want to say no go better for them, but sure you get, May anybody know advice you shall attack Niger as much as you like, you know. Anyway, so to those of you who have already kind of make it look like the judiciary to become scared. Everywhere they turn to, even if they are dreaming right now, they will just see all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. Everybody is going paranoid. All eyes on the judiciary. All eyes on judiciary. Even Kano people, they do all eyes on judiciary. All eyes on Gandola. Gandola now have upper hand. Okay. He has been rewarded with the chairmanship of the entire APC. Okay. He has been rewarded with 2 ministerial posts from his own loyalists from Kano. They are now ministers. No wonder. You know, a lot of you are pissed off about the ministers, Abi. Look at this one. They look at others are kind of happy. But if you want to see people that are pissed off about Tinubu's ministers and the renewed shege, and sometimes you see yourself as hater, or they are calling you hater. You are not hater. You are seeing what is coming. And a lot of people can laugh about it. They can laugh and do all that. But for those who can see very well, they should be worried and be raging too, like this guy.
See how people see. Kí ni máa ṣàǹfààní kí ló mọ̀ pa airspace. Eléyìí gbogbo wọn parọ́ jẹun ló mọ̀ ní court. Ẹ lọ fi sí mineral àbí kí ló fi sí aviation aerospace kìíní kan. Èwo tí lójú kan yìí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ lẹ́yìn sí Minister of Education. Eléyìí fẹ́ ka ABC pẹ́ lójú kan báyìí sí. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ pàlú Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Àwọn eléyìí náà sí Minister of Almajiri eléyìí wá jẹ́ special duty. Duty wo ni ìyá ẹgbẹ́ àbọ̀ ń boyin. Èyí dàbí màálù. See how people see. Kí ni máa ṣàǹfààní kí ló mọ̀ pa airspace. Eléyìí gbogbo wọn parọ́ jẹun ló mọ̀ ní court. Ẹ lọ fi sí mineral àbí kí ló fi sí aviation aerospace kìíní kan. Èwo tí lójú kan yìí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ lẹ́yìn sí Minister of Education. Eléyìí fẹ́ ka ABC pẹ́ lójú kan báyìí sí. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ pàlú Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Àwọn eléyìí náà sí Minister of Almajiri eléyìí wá jẹ́ special duty. Duty wo ni ìyá ẹgbẹ́ àbọ̀ ń boyin. Èyí dàbí màálù.
So in case if you think you are the only person who is angry, to those who don't understand Yoruba, let me tell you what that angry Nigerian was expressing when he was watching the TV, looking at the ministers of Nigeria. He saw the first one. That was fraudsters Otobokeyamo, senior advocate of nuisance or senior advocate of nonsense. Is some other people call him Sand. Others call him Sandalili. A lot of people kind of have different names for him. That is the Minister of Aviation. That guy was like, what does this one know about aviation? This one that is actually a born liar. He lies he lies for a living. This is a person who is a liar. You put him in charge of aviation. Then the second person he showed up was like, that one is Minister of State for Education. And it was like, with this one eye man, what would this man even read? Is he going to be reading ABC for education to your law? You just want to destroy this country. Then the last person, that one that was smiling, it was like, look at this one. This one must be Minister for Almajiri. What is funny? Why are you laughing? Do you understand? What heads? That's the individual ones. Like, he's raging like amongst Louis now, a country now. For God's sake now.
See how people see. Kí ni máa ṣàǹfààní kí ló mọ̀ pa airspace. Eléyìí gbogbo wọn parọ́ jẹun ló mọ̀ ní court. Ẹ lọ fi sí mineral àbí kí ló fi sí aviation aerospace kìíní kan. Èwo tí lójú kan yìí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ lẹ́yìn sí Minister of Education. Eléyìí fẹ́ ka ABC pẹ́ lójú kan báyìí sí. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ pàlú Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Àwọn eléyìí náà sí Minister of Almajiri eléyìí wá jẹ́ special duty. Duty wo ni ìyá ẹgbẹ́ àbọ̀ ń boyin. Èyí dàbí màálù. See how people.
Anyway, it's just how angry some Nigerians are. And when they have the chance of venting that anger, it could come in different ways. Some of you are laughing right now. But he's upset. He's upset because there's so many things that is wrong with Nigeria, you know. And you would think those who promised you, the technocrats, right now they will be talking about the real problem and the solution beside them, and they will be honest. I mean, look at this sister. She's a minister, right? But when they finished swearing them in, our first press conversation was, listen, as the foreign minister, she was like, I am going to work to change the image of Nigeria from a 419 country to what, Baba? Kilo mean 419 country to narcotic country, Abi, where the former drug lord is the president. Kilo so now. Do you understand the frustration of that Nigerian that is ranting in Yoruba there? Listen to this, auntie.
The newly appointed Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has pledged to redeem the country's image on the global scene, which has been badly projected over the years. Musawa, who was speaking ahead of their inauguration week Monday by President Bola Tinubu, said, following research conducted, expressed optimism that the country will no longer be known as a 419 synonym for fraud capital of the world going forward. Hannatu Musawa, who is the first woman appointed minister in the history of Katsina State and into a freshly created Ministry of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, said she will be banking on her experience and research knowledge to turn around the bad image created in the minds of other countries of the world.
Project us out to the international platform in a way that we can completely change the narrative of who Nigerians are. No longer are we going to be known as the 419 capital in the world. Through this ministry, we'll be able to push a narrative that will put Nigeria in the forefront of not only entertainment, of culture. We come from a country that has diverse culture, a rich culture, and it's something that we need to enhance and to project.
Happy with the level of reception by her people, Musawa pledged to make the creative arts and culture industry attractive, not only
so that Nigeria would no longer be known as a 419 country. She's art and culture. Okay? But Nigeria is already known as the country with Pablo Escobar. So, auntie, here you the wine us in it. So which one is worse? Auntie from Casina. Which one is worse? 419 capital at the narcotic headquarter. Where we say everybody, when they look at you, if you look too clean, they will say, oh, you are Nigerian. Oh. So auntie, art and culture, I don't think oil and water, as well as white linen, whoever go along, very fine. It is kind of impossible. I mean, if you ask me, being honest, so let's kind of be honest with ourselves. And look at the thieves, the new ones who are taking charge, who are kind of adding up to what is still to befall you. We are coming to where the weakest parts, but this was them when they were waiting to be sworn for, to be swear for. This was Tinubu. Before Tinubu swear for them, they are waiting. Then it was Wike's turn when he was sworn in to go and sign. And this. I think I still have that, don't I? Let me see. So that's how Wike became or becomes the Minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as they will say, there is no time for delay. They have now opened another theater stage for Wike. I just don't know if he's going to be going about with his band as well. But to give the Abuja people the taste of what the Rivers people lived with for 8 years, day one, on his way to the Ministry of the Federal Capital Territory, he is like the governor of Abuja, the place that if Tinubu couldn't score 20% of the votes to be called president. We're coming back to that. And because of Wike's appointment as FCT minister, some are already saying that there are some properties that are supposed to go in this Abuja PDP properties. Now, if PDP suspend or dismiss or whatever, do anything to Wike can just revoke the license of Wadata Plaza. As if to say, recorded their tape is playing. When Wike got into the secretariat today, he repeated the same thing. We are going to all your houses without good documents. They are going down. All of you who have built an shanties, you are all going down. But just so you know, here is your new sheriff in town, in Abuja today. This is those regular career psychophants, very much available. We love you. We want you. I mean, welcome to the stage is what they probably are telling him. And he was like, oh my God, I'm bad. So I just want you to walk into that room with me as well. Okay? Let's go listen to what he had to say to the people of Abuja. All right? Where he was meeting with supposed senior staff, meeting with the security agents or agencies and the rest of them like that. He's like the governor of Abuja now. And this is him to come and assert his own authority over the city. and he seems not to be mincing words, right? Well, let's go to that place quickly. Don't get upset and don't get bored. And a quick one too, right? If you have been here, for example, we currently have I think over 300 of us on Facebook. Thank you to all of you. So you too can just spare a moment, okay? Like that broadcast, share it as well. Even though I know I have this limitation on Facebook, okay, that barely almost maybe 0.1% of you will get notification that my ego is live, okay? So, but if you are here, like the broadcast. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, where we currently have over 2,000 of us, yeah, you too should take a moment, leave the comment section. Let the offering, your tithe, be your offering. Let it correspond with the number of you who are in attendance. So take a moment, go and like that video, okay? It doesn't cost anything. No, just leave the comment section and then right. Now let's go into that room where Wike met with the staff. You haven't seen Psychophancy yet. Come and follow them. Right now, the people inside the Abuja, the FCT ministry, they are all beginning to say to help Wike complete his statement. The reason why I'm here is because of Mr. President. The president wants me to make sure that everything is okay. All of you have your houses here, they will go down. They have already started that inside the FCT ministry. Drama yet in load up. Oh. And you know something, right? That's why they call it a suffering and smiling. In Nigeria, in the face of all this hardship and these incompetent criminals ruining lives of generations, Nigerians always find humor out of their own unfortunate government. Do you get that? So that's why they call it suffering and smiling. Do you see the irony of it? When you are suffering, you are supposed to be crying, but you will still find Nigerians making humors, comedy, and all that out of this whole thing. Yeah? Let's go inside that place where Wike as the Minister of FCT. Day one. Now, long video, I go to stop midway. They interject. All right?
Leading all of us on a 100-meter dash. And we are all determined to follow him on this very, very incredible journey. This event this afternoon is strictly a media event. The Honorable Minister will be addressing the press and spelling out his visions and plans for the Federal Capital Territory. It is therefore my sincere honor and privilege to call on the Honorable Minister, Chief Barrister Ezenwo Wike, to kindly proceed to read this address. Honorable Minister, sir.
The Honorable Minister of State, the Prime Minister